Hey, good morning, and how are you guys doing? Forgot to grab my microphone, and of course, reached for it, slammed right into the monitor. So, hope you're having a great day. Of course, it's 5 a.m., so I am a little bit discombobulated. I'll legit have to admit to that. I'm going to get chat up, um, and then we'll move forward. So today won't be a very long stream. I'm gonna just let you guys know. I plan on getting it knocked out real quick. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Of course, there's wildfires in my area, so there's tons of smoke, and my nose is bugging the crap out of me. I'm gonna let you guys know right off the bat. We did get the player's guide for Call of Dragons up on Discord. I have it up there, of course, along with the player's guide for Entropia Universe. It's on Discord too. I'm going to grab you guys the link in 1 second. I'm just attempting to pop everything up so I can do that. Think we're good. Hold on 1 second, and I will, in theory, have you guys a link for Discord. Um, By the way, I do hope you guys are having a great day. If you have not been following until now, we have been streaming for 62 days, and well, I've been streaming for a long time, but streaming solid as crap for 62 something days at this point. And what else was I gonna say? That's basically pumped out a lot of content. Sometimes 2 videos a day, which is honestly a pretty grip of stuff for me. 3 videos some days, if you count shorts and stuff like that, a stream, and all that. We are attempting to aggressively grow the community and everything else, grow the amount that the channel obviously earns in income, and basically do a whole bunch of stuff. So far, we've finished up a book. I have not finished it to the published stage yet. It will be within the next week or so because we need to get it done before this 120-day streaming thing is over, and I would like to have it up and published before it's up and over. And so we're in the middle of a 90-day run. Well, not even in the middle. We're at day 20 of a 90-day run of the EP1 in Entropia Universe, where we're taking all the data. Of course, that's going to go 10 days past the 120 days, which I'm okay with because that's when we're going to hope to get up the video that's the compilation that goes over the 120 days of streaming. And I am going to cover all of what I learned from it, what I saw happen graph wise and data wise while doing this whole insane thing. Um, Half the time, I will let you know at this point, I'm just tired because I still have the whole real world stuff that I have to deal with too. Not have to deal with, get to deal with. I'm blessed enough to have stuff going on in online and in the normal people world, just to be honest. And so trying to balance both of those has kind of been a little bit rough. I'll just be honest. My balance on everything is not great. Man, my phone is blowing up this morning. I'll have to look at what that is eventually. I help companies with stuff. You know what I mean? So there's only so many minutes they like to wait before you get back to them if it's an emergency, and you never know if it's an emergency ever, ever, especially if it's 5 a.m. Right? Um, where are we going with this? What are we doing besides that? We also took a Harvard course. I don't really want to jam another Harvard course in the next 58 days as we close out this. I do want to start another book. I have ideas for another book. I have ideas for a couple other books, so that would be a discussion that we have on what one. And honestly, we're going to brainstorm the thing and everything live anyway, so we'll live write another book. That's going to be fun. We can't obviously live write another book 50 something days or 40 something days in my mind. We could probably rough draft an entire one out, and then when the I'm still going to stream and put out videos after this whole crazy flood of content's done. So like we could just keep working on it because we would just keep working on it. That's how this works. And I do want to take another class. It's just with the amount of other videos that I need to get out during this whole 120-day content rush. Um, the class thing was a bad choice and a good choice, right? That rhetoric class, I did get a lot out of it, but we were supposed to have a book published, okay? And that rhetoric class, super valuable as it is, literally was not just easy video game streaming and ate up a whole bunch of basically my mental acuity, my focus and abilities, and literally, yeah, we don't have a book out that's actually more important to get out. I mean, let's just be honest. And so I'm going to maintain what we're doing, but legitimately for the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to do any heavy. We're not taking a new college course. We're not doing anything to some complicated level at all in any capacity because that book is a priority for me, and as a channel thing it would be a priority, and for making money obviously I want to have the book out, Echoes of the Cosmic Veil, just so you guys know, before we're done with this rush of stuff, because that gives that video time to actually get hits and stuff like that and views and potentially sell copies of the book off of Barnes and Noble, right? That would be an important factor. So the earlier I get that out, in fact, if we could have got that out 2 weeks ago, boom, would have been a better choice, right? So it was a bad choice to start it. Now, I want to then tell you guys, here's what I'm going to tell you crazy. The information out of that rhetoric course was awesome. I absolutely believe that that will have a direct impact at how well I not only talk with other people, but how I compose arguments and stuff like that. And not only that, how I examine other individuals' arguments. And we all know every freaking day of that course I was having to look up a new word. I have a pretty good education, multiple freaking degrees. I was pretty confident we wouldn't have to look up a word every day. That was super cool. I absolutely loved that. Let's pull that up. I'm going to pull up the stuff and then we'll make it where you guys can see my screen. Because here's the thing. I saw some crazy courses that I want to take. I just know that until we pop out a book, that all I'm doing with these courses, yes, we're learning cool stuff. I'm going to make it where you guys can see what I'm seeing. Hold on 1 second. Oh, scene capture. Off of video game capture to that. Okay, so under education EDX, which by the way, if you go like this and Harvard, okay, so if you go Harvard free classes, Harvard free courses, it'll come to this. Boom, you click that. They're going to offer you all these courses and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if you sign up for any Harvard courses, let's link you guys all this stuff, right? You guys might want to do this stuff. Right now, it would be a bad choice for me to jump on a new giant complicated course, okay? Do I want to take more giant complicated courses? Yes. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that doesn't let me do stuff. Hold on. We're just trying to find a place where I can type at you guys and not go to random things. I paused that so that we could see what's going on. Okay, well, I'll put that stuff in the link below. Things aren't cooperating for me today on this level. We'll just deal with that later. Sorry about that, guys. I'm glad I at least got paused in a flattering moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, you guys see all these excellent institutions. We're not wanting to take a master's degree tomorrow either. Let's look at some of these, though. Is that out of control if we took a master's degree? I think that they probably have a rule against me streaming a master's degree. They have some really super cool stuff in here. This is we don't care about this artificial intelligence course that I kind of care about. I'm gonna just be honest. Series. So what they had is they had a prophecies, myths, and stuff like that course that I saw in here that I think would be interesting. Let's look. I know that they had a myths course somewhere. Oh, understanding religious symbols from the Seoul University, and myth, ritual, and cosmos from the Seoul University. Holy crap, that looks like a cup of tea right there. Do you not feel like this would be an interesting one? It would boost our next book. I think I'm about to have hiccups. I'll be so frustrated. This Master the Art of Psychology from Pepperdine, I'm liking what that looks like too. So I don't know. There was a different one that was from Harvard that was somewhere that I saw. And I don't know, maybe they finished it up and it's not being offered. But we are going to resist this temptation for a second. But once we go to do it, right, I'm going to, we'll put it to a vote. I'm cool with learning all kinds of stuff. I actually think it's just fun to learn stuff anyway. And sometimes when it's something you wouldn't normally study, it's a jaw-dropping, like, education. Like, no crap. Because the stuff you really don't know, by the way, we just took this class. This is excellent. I'm going to tell you, that's one of the things I'll say. I am going to get a video out going over. I took Harvard's Rhetoric, the Art of Persuasive Writing and Public Speaking class. And I'm going to do a video on it, a very short video. I would like it if you guys would support, like, and comment on that, positively when that video comes out. Because it'll help. I do want to do more of these kind of courses. This, you guys, was hard. Like, actually, it was a challenge. And, whoa. Really great learning. Professor Ingold, I think, is who teaches it. I don't want to butcher his name. The guy deserves some credit. The guy's excellent. This 2 to 3 hours per week self-paced stuff, dude, we don't. Maybe we don't more than that, but we knocked it out fast as crap. Yeah, this guy's class is excellent. I don't know. Oh, here he is. Professor James Engel. I'm butchering his name, but the guy's excellent. You'll enjoy the course if you take it. I would suggest it to anybody. Legitimately, your vocabulary boost like that. Your understanding of arguing with people is going to increase. You will listen to excellent amount of speeches, like random speeches, right and left. They're all like pinnacle type speeches. And then those speeches, they get dissected in a way that's awesome. The other thing is, I'm going to put a poll up today. It is going to find out what were going to pop up in here. Obviously, we have the comprehensive AI assisted concise guide to Entropia Universe. That's very important. It's Donald Burndown Wilson's AI assisted concise. I don't know. We named it something. It's a long name, guys. Oh, of course, we can't see it. Okay. Donald Burndown Wilson's AI assisted concise new player's guide for Entropia Universe. That's what it's called. I know, say that like it's easy. So we've got that up in there. If you join the community, you have access to that. You now also have access to this concise guide, a concise Call of Dragons new player guides, assembled thing. You know what I mean? Assembled from reputable guides and community tips, in which I did stick the AI onto it. It did go and do all that stuff. I didn't do the work. I did look it over a little bit, and we'll look it over more. So the basic general idea is that I'm probably going to switch out also Marvel Rivals. I'll play it this next Monday. I'll probably play it a little bit through the week and stuff like that. I don't want to play so hard all the time that I'm like a competitive player in a video game that's a try-hard video game. I just was really enjoying playing the Marvel characters, the different superheroes and stuff. And I played the crap out of them and stuff, and it's starting to feel like each game is just like the same repetitive stuff. I could attempt to play characters that I really suck at. I don't enjoy doing that anymore. Like, I don't want to try hard video games. I like relaxing, chilling, and I like just playing games with you guys. So, I'm probably gonna try to just find a more chill game that has the ability to have a community aspect to it, because in all honesty, that's the kind of stuff I'm into right now, and I'm not really wanting to do tryharding. And so I would like to find a bunch of things we can ease back on and relax our way into, like the next finish out. Man, my mustache is crazy today. Sorry about that. I just noticed that. So, I'm trying to think of what else to say. Well, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna put up a few polls. I'll make sure to push those polls in my streams and stuff like that over the next week and stuff. I do plan on getting up to the lake this weekend. After we're done with the next 58 days, is what it should be, I think, from here. Um, I am going to take a kind of break from mornings and day and night pumping out content between everything I do to just be a normal person for a second. I will upload some what do you call them, shorts and stuff like that. I will keep in touch. It's only gonna be a 1 week, just be normal break, go do something, thing. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. I want to absolute thank you guys for your epicness, for the everything you do to help build the community, and absolutely the fact that you guys tune in all the time, the fact that you guys watch all the stuff I do, the ideas you guys share are freaking. I love that. I need to buckle down and get that book done. I am getting it done, but like way slower than I thought process wise. And all I'm doing right now is the horrible, boring part. I'm correcting the stuff from feedback that has to be corrected, which is literally, I don't know how you're supposed to be passionate about correcting crap. The writing the book part was super fun. Enjoyed the crap out of that. Eventually, I'll do a video on it when it's actually published. We'll get I wrote a book live on YouTube and Twitch, and this is what it felt like. The writing part's awesome. Right off the bat, guys, spoiler alert. The whole part after it's wrote and you think that you're done, not any fun at all. Like that part, big thumbs down on the post writing part. Big thumbs up on the brainstorming part. That's fun. Writing it was a big adventure where you explore the whole thing. Then you have the book wrote. And you'd think, well, we're done. Crap, no. That's when all the non fun work starts. The non fun work is where the work is. Yeah. Now we know. Still worth it. It's still fun as crap. I'd like to write more books. I'm gonna never frickin' enjoy the part where it's just a bunch of people tell you everything that was a mistake or wrong, and you have to read through it and then figure out what you're fixing and what you're not fixing and what you don't think was a mistake. I'm not, this is the first time I've had to do that situation. I'm not totally 1,000,000% good at it yet. Okay? By book 5, 6, we're going to be awesome. Awesome, guys. Plus, you guys are going to be awesome because you already are. I'm going to go ahead, drink coffee, and get ready for the day, which is going to come at me super fast today. And, man, I just hope you guys have a great day. Peace, very best wishes, and thank you guys very much for hanging out, following, just being epic.